All right. Hello, everyone. Fat Author back with another video. Um, I finished the first chapter of book 3. Um, I just wrote the last portion of it this morning. Took me 8 minutes to write almost 800 words to finish the chapter. So, yeah. Um, I don't know. The next couple of chapters are going to be really difficult to write because of the subject of the next two chapters. Um, it's dealing with something that I'm not going to give away, but something happens with the couple, and it's not good. But anyway, the next two chapters are going to be hard to write. I've been sitting here trying to figure out. I wasn't even planning on making a video today. The reason I'm out here is because I started writing out here because I find it a hell of a lot easier to write out here than in the house because I can actually think clearly out here and the words just flow a lot faster. When I'm in the house, I just can't write. It's like I just stare at a blank screen and I can't write when I'm in the house. So I come out here and the words just flow like a waterfall. But anyway, I don't know. I'm probably not going to get any more writing done today because I've been trying to figure out a way to do this next chapter, and it's going to be a really difficult chapter to write. And then the next one is going to be even harder. Well, this one is going to be really draining, but the next one is going to be hard because of all the emotion involved and stuff like that with what's going on with the characters and stuff. So I don't know. I'm right now I'm not really sure how I'm going to be able to do it. I know what the point of the chapters are, but I guess I just wasn't prepared to write that yet. Because I came out here sitting here like ready to write and then I just couldn't. So and I wanted to talk about something that I think I came out some of the stuff I said in that previous video was a little confusing, I think, watching it back because I've been bragging about how fast I've been writing, but then the video yesterday I was talking about how long it's actually taken me to write the first two books. And the what I meant by that was the first book took me like 6 or 8 months from start to finish. But realistically, the entire book was actually written in like a month and a half or 2 months. Oh, maybe not even that long. because I was getting the majority of the words in like short periods of time, and then I would just go a long ass time without writing anything. And the same with the second book. I think total time I started, yeah, I think it was like 4 months or maybe 5. That one took me, but the all the words came in the same way. It was just like I would write a hell of a lot for like 4 or 5 days straight, and then I would go a month without writing anything. And that's just how I was writing with both of them until like towards the end of the second book. I got to where I was just writing a ton. I think the majority of the second book, I think I wrote in less than a less. I want to say in about 10 days was the majority of the second book, because I started it and then I just got to the point where I couldn't write because of just I don't know what it was. I just got to a place like mentally where the words just weren't coming anymore. So I started the second book and then I took, oh shit, what was it? Maybe 3 months where I didn't write a single word, I think. And when I started the second book, I think I only wrote, whew, the first, shit, somewhere around 6 or maybe 8 chapters of this second book. And like I said, the huge like majority of the book I wrote in, I think it was around 10 days, because I was just the words came started flowing again, and I just couldn't stop, and I refuse to stop when the words are coming like that, because I don't know when that's going to happen again. Because sometimes I get, like I said, where I go months on end without writing a single word because the words just aren't there. And it's not like I can just sit down and force myself to write, because when I sit down, like today, I finished the first chapter of the third book, and then I sat down to write uh, the second chapter, and I was hoping that I would get like the second and third chapter done today too, because it's still early. But sitting down and sitting here for half an hour and not a single word is coming, so I'm back to the point where the words just aren't there. So now I got to just sit here and figure out how long it's going to take me to be able to write the rest of this book, because the first chapter is done, but now I can't, the words aren't coming anymore. So, and that's been my problem. And that's why I said I was behind, because if the words would just keep coming, I would have already been probably on book 5. I could have been on book 6. I don't know. Because when the words are flowing, I write really fast. So, like I said, I just don't know when I'll be able to finish book 3 now, because the words aren't there. And I'm not going to try to force myself to write, because when I try to do that, it doesn't work. When I try to force myself to write, the words suck. When I force myself to write, I write a bunch of just crap. So I'm just gonna have to allow myself the time to, I guess, rest, because I think I drained my brain running through book 2. So, because like I said, the majority of book 2 I did in about 10 days. So, I'm going to have to allow myself to rest for, hopefully in a few days or a couple of days, I'll be back to running through book 3. I think actually the main problem is the stuff that's going to happen in chapter 2 and 3 of book 3 is just not going to be something that I'm going to enjoy writing. There's going to be a lot of things happening that aren't exactly good. But it's something that has to be done to further the series and to just get to the point where they need to go. So that's what I'm going to have to do. And even though it's not going to be fun for me to write it, I think the reader will enjoy it. It will affect the reader. And I don't know, it's just not going to be fun for me to write, but I have to get past that and just write it. Because I've known it's what I was going to do since before, like when I originally created the series, it was going to be 3 books. So I've always known this was going to happen. And I just wasn't looking forward to writing this part. So I think that's all it really is I just got to get out of my own way and just write it. And that's what I'm going to do, but I'm not going to do it today because the words aren't there. So I'll see you on the next one.